Bum 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 bum.
Some of us don't buy books to read them. We buy books to become the kind of person who will read them. A fresh stack of books feels productive, intelligent, aspirational. A receipt becomes proof that we are growing, that we are evolving, more cultured. But weeks later, the books sit untouched on our shelves, perfectly arranged, aesthetically pleasing, and unread. And somehow the books start to feel more satisfying than actually opening it. Let's talk about it. There is a Japanese word called
Tsundoku.
habit of acquiring books and letting them pile up unread. Traditionally, this is described as the innocence of optimism of buying more books that you can realistically finish. But in the age of social media has evolved into something far more performatic. Books are no longer just tools for learning or storytelling. They have become an effective lifestyle accessories, background decor for TikTok, prompts of that girl aesthetic symbol of intelligence curated on minimalist shelves. We romanticize the image of reading far more than the reality of it because the truth is reading takes effort. It demands focus, patience, and time, a word designed to destroy all three. Buying the book, on the other hand, delivers instant gratification. It gives us the emotional reward of self-improvement without requiring the uncomfortable process of actually changing. Why does purchasing a book feel productive even when we never read them? Why do unread feel like trophies instead of reminders? And why did literature become another form of online performance? Today, we are unpacking the psychology behind aspirational book buying, the aesthetic of intelligence, and why our bookshelf often represent the people we want to be more than the people that we actually are.
Okay, I'm just gonna get one, all right? It's just one, all right? How bad could one be? It's not that expensive. It's not, well, I mean, I have to get it a friend, right? I mean, who's he gonna talk to? He's gonna get bored. And you know, what if they get sick of each other? You know, they need a third guy. And honestly, I have three. I might as well get the whole set, you know? I mean, like, why not? I mean, just complete it. I mean, and you know, they released a few more. You might as well. And you know, honestly, it's money's not a problem for me. I can afford it. I mean, and it's not an addiction. It's a hobby.
We don't buy books for knowledge, we buy books for identity. Let's talk about it. Modern consumer culture has convinced us that the self-improvement can be purchased, just like makeup promises us confidence or luxury perfume promises us this sophistication. Books now promise intelligence, depth, and also productivity. Owning certain books signal who we want to be. A stack of philosophy books suggests introspection, annotation classes suggest intellectual discipline, productivity book imply ambition. Even untouched novel can communicate sensitivity, taste, and even emotional depth. The act of buying becomes symbolic. We aren't just purchasing information, we are purchasing a future version of ourselves. And social media intensify this behavior. Platforms like TikTok and Instagram transform reading into a visual identity. Suddenly, book becomes a part of personal branding. Even bookstore hauls are filmed like luxury shopping vlogs. The problem is that consuming the image of intelligence feels dangerous close to actually becoming intelligent. Buying the book gives us a temporary emotional high because it feels like progress. Our brain rewards intention almost as much as action. Instead of reading one difficult book slowly and deeply, many people keep buying more books to maintain the illusion of intellectual growth. The unread shelves become evidence of potential rather than the evidence of avoidance. In a way, books stop functioning as tools for learning and start functioning as identity accessories, no difference from skincare collection, designer handbags, or aesthetic coffee setup online. And the truth is, looking productive have replaced being productive. Social media didn't just change how we read, it changed what reading means. Reading used to be a private activity or even public activity, when you read with your friends and you people explain some certain things that maybe this person don't understand. It was a slow, personal, sometimes even invisible. Now it is increasingly performatic. The experience of reading is constantly packaged into content, aesthetic desk setup, annotated pages, morning routines, currently reading updates, and perfectly curated bookshelf designed for online consumption. The focus quickly shifted from intellectual engagement to visual presentation. It's no longer enough to read a book. The reading must look beautiful. And that's where performative productivity begins. Modern internet culture rewards the appearance of discipline more than discipline itself. Buying books, organizing them, color grading shelves, highlighted pages, filming bookstore haul, all of these activities create this feeling of productivity, while often replacing the difficult mental labor of actually sitting down to read and absorb this information. That is why someone can spend 3 hours watching top 20 books that will change your life videos and still avoid reading a single chapter. That content surrounding self-improvement become a subtle for self-improvement itself. Social media thrives on visible progress, but real learning is mostly invisible. You can't aestheticize confusion, you can't romanticize struggling through a difficult paragraph for 30 minutes. You can't easily monetize deep concentration. So platforms naturally push the parts of reading that are visually appealing and instantly consumable. The aesthetic, the accessories, the curated identities, book becomes prompt in the theater of productivity. Owning them signal ambition, displaying them signal intelligence, talking about them signal discipline. But none of these things necessarily mean knowledge was gained. And the irony is that the more we publicly perform productivity, the less time we often spend engaging in the uncomfortable silence real growth requires. Because genuine intellectual development is repetitive, lonely, slow, and sometimes boring. Everything social media algorithms are designed to avoid.
Making some space. Look, that's a whole pile of unload. Here's some holes. We got some space. I give it a month until I'm out of space.
I also want to talk about the aspirational trap, buying the future version of ourselves. At the core of overconsumption is fantasy. We rarely buy products for who we are right now. We buy them for who we hope to become. That's why someone buys expensive workout clothes before building a fitness habit, why skincare products get purchased faster than constant routine are formed, and why unread book buys faster than knowledge is actually absorbed. The purchase itself becomes the emotional symbolic. Buying the books feel like voting for a better future self, a more disciplined, intelligent, calculated, productive version of who they are ready for today. For a brief moment, standing in a bookstore or adding titles to an online cart, creating an illusion of transformation has already begun. And psychologically, that feeling is very powerful. The brain releases dopamine not only from achievement, but from anticipation. We become addicted to the possibility of self-improvement rather than the reality of practicing it. That's why buying books can feel deeply motivating, even when we never read them. The purchase satisfies the emotional desire for growth before the actual growth itself. The real personal development is painfully unglamorous, is repetition, frustration, confusion, slow progress, is rereading the same paragraph 5 times because your attention span is broken, is finishing books that don't instantly entertain you, it's applying ideas constantly instead of just collecting them. Social media rarely shows this stage because aspiration is more marketable than the discipline. Platforms perform more from convincing people to constantly prepare for transformation than from helping them quietly sustain it. We fall into what we call aspirational trap, consuming endless sample of growth instead of engaging in growth itself. The unread bookshelf become a museum of postponed potential. Each untouched spine represents not just knowledge we haven't gained, but version of ourselves we haven't become. Eventually, the collection can stop feeling inspiring and start feeling emotionally heavy. Silent reminder of goals, habits, and identities we keep purchasing but never fully living. Maybe the problem was never loving book too much. Maybe the problem is what we have been taught to confuse overconsumption with transformation. Because buying books feels safe, reading them, truly engaging with them, demanding something far more uncomfortable: attention, patience, vulnerability, the willingness to confront ideas that might actually change us. And in a culture obsessed with visible self-improvement, it's easier to collect the appearance of growth than to experience growth itself. They embody the endless future self we keep trying to purchase into existence. And knowledge was never meant to be decorative. Books are not trophies, books are not tools. And maybe real intellectual growth becomes the moment we keep asking, how many books can I own? And start asking, what ideas am I actually willing to sit with long enough to let them change me? Because the goal was never to look intelligent. The goal was to become more thoughtful, more aware, more human. And that can't be bought in a bookstore or displayed on an aesthetic shelf or performed for an algorithm. It only happens slowly, privately, one page at a time. Maybe that's the uncomfortable truth behind modern self-improvement culture. We have become better at collecting symbol of growth than practicing growth itself. From makeup collection to perfume shelf to unread libraries, consumer culture keeps selling us identities, convincing us that becoming someone new is only one purchase away. But transformation has never lived in a product. It lives in consistency, in attention, in reputation, in the quiet, unglamorous work no algorithm find exciting. So the next time we feel the urge to buy another book you probably won't read, maybe pause and ask yourself, do I want the knowledge or do I just want to feel like the kind of person who already has it? If you enjoyed this video, leave your thoughts in the comments. What's the book you bought with every attention of reading but never actually finished? And if this conversation resonated with you, subscribe for more video exploring consumer habits, digital identity, aspirational living, and the psychology behind the things we buy to become who we think we should be. And thank you so much for sticking with me in this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, turn on your post notifications so that you get notified anytime I upload video. Share this video to friends who might want it. I am Blessing, and I will see you in the next video.